Hello, everybody. As you can tell, I'm doing Giants B7, taking a look at the team that I use for this consistently. I currently can't quite do B10. I can do it on one revive, can't do it all the way through. B7, I can usually do auto about 80% of the time. On manual, I can get it every time. So this is my team that I use for Giants. The reasoning behind all of these, and I'll kind of give you an explanation. Bernard is good for two reasons. Number one is going to be because of his increased attack bar and attack speed for 2 turns, and his body slam. It weakens the attack bar and defense, kind of helps survivability a little bit. So one of my favorite things to start with is to obviously get the attack bar raised and to increase our attack speed, so I can get some of these attacks off very quickly. Then, as you can, no, Sharon. Sorry, having a hard time for some reason. Sharon, I believe it is, the wind pixie. She is quite beneficial because of her Peptark, which increases attack and defense for 3 turns, which kind of helps with survivability once again against the Giants' attack and their retribution. He has his fend off. There we go. His passive kind of helps with that a little bit. Then Orochi, I keep him for dots, the Storming Gale, which throws the 6 ninja stars. I like to throw that basically right off the bat just to kind of get some dots on him as quickly as possible. I don't have my accuracy quite as high as I'd like it to, which is why I didn't have full 6 there. But it's good for now until I get better runes. Then I have a Casus, which we got through Ho, the Hall of Heroes. And then the Force Field is, obviously one of her better skills. It actually allows, again, survivability, which is something you really need in Giants. Then a secondary thing is that she can put dots on for 3 turns for the 30% chance. High accuracy does help with that as well. So I like to have a force field going, at least for the initial part. And then Rakaja, I like him because of his healing ability. He can recover HP of all allies, and when he's fully skilled out, he can do it every 3 turns, which is really nice. And then his heavy slash, I don't really use against Giants, just because they do have stun immunity. But slash hook I usually use for one of the pillars, just to kind of slow the attack speed down. I don't like to use his attacks on Giant just because it takes 2 attacks for the counter that just doesn't really need to be there. So then I use Bernard to kind of break down that, and I have him attack Bernard because he has such high defense. Then the Decelerate is nice because it slows down the entire party. You need to improve for accuracy. It is Shannon. There we go. It is Shannon. So basically just try to get dots on him through the entire time, through the entire process. And then just, I don't really waste any low attacks on the Giant just to prevent any additional damage. And then a glancing hit is always nice, another thing from Shannon as well. Decreases attack speed isn't quite as important as the dots, which is why I just continually use his first attack, hoping for another dot. And then she also has a healing ability, which is nice. And his synergy is always a nice thing, like I was saying before. Basically, the rest of it is just going to be me continually attacking, just trying to keep everything up. And all of his attack down, defense down, while putting dots on him with Orochi and a Casus. Trying to keep his counter down, at least while he's attacking. And it's my synergy can do about 5,000 or so. I think it's a 10, does 10%, I believe. I'd have to look again for the healing capacity, but I'll get that for you guys in just a second. So, and then, yeah. So I might lose him on this one, but not too bad. So, oh yeah, so it's in proportion to the number of surviving allies, which is really why he's really nice when you're fighting in dungeons, because you can have 5 allies out. So, and as you can tell with the dots, he's basically done. I'm just going to auto the rest of it. But essentially, that's why I have each one of these members here. So if you ever have any questions, or if you ever wonder why I go with these teams, it's because, it's through research, through other people's suggestions and things I've researched on my own. But I figure this would be good for the people who are just starting out, don't quite have an idea. But this is a team that works quite well together, and is quite successful in giants. Basically, B7 and B10 are the two that it's meant for, because B10 is water, which these are resistant against for damage, just half damage. So anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.